I am gonna dump this here because I am still furious and need to know if I am crazy. If family drama bores you, scroll past. But if you have ever felt erased by your own people, you will get it. Got divorced 18 months ago. Divorce standard story. Not gonna pretend I was perfect husband. I can be blunt, sarcastic, not great with feelings talk, but I didn't cheat. Here's the quick backstory. Found out through text notifications on her phone during movie night. Cannot wait to see you tomorrow from some guy named Ethan W. A coworker she had mentioned exactly once. When I confronted her, she admitted to a 6-month emotional affair with some physical stuff, but swore it was just kissing. I didn't believe her then. Still don't. Her excuse. You are always so critical. He makes me feel appreciated. I don't know who I am anymore. Classic midlife crisis disguised as my fault. The divorce was relatively clean. No kids, sold the house, split assets, done in 8 months. I thought we would both move on with our lives. I would heal. She would feel guilty. Family gatherings would be awkward, but they would support me. I was so wrong, it is almost funny. About 3 months post-divorce, I noticed my family's group chat had new photos. Pottery night at some studio. Everyone's laughing, showing off their mugs. Front and center, Opal. Her mug featured prominently, arm around my cousin Tucker, huge smile. Nobody invited me. Nobody even mentioned it was happening. Over the next few months, it got worse. Opal posts a selfie at a pumpkin patch with Tucker. Comments calling her fun and energy. My mom posts coffee with my favorite girl with a photo of Opal in our kitchen. My Aunt Lorraine tags Opal in multiple girls' night photos. I muted the family chat because watching it hurt too much. Realized later that was a mistake, gave them room to forget I existed. Then came Thanksgiving. 2 weeks before the holiday, my mom Faith calls me. Serious voice. The kind that usually means someone died. I am bracing for bad news. Things have been tense, she says. I don't want drama at Thanksgiving. You can come, but only if you keep your mouth shut and don't cause one of your scenes. What scenes, Mom? I haven't even seen you since July. You know how you get. You always argue with everyone. Opal just wants peace. I had to replay that in my head. So Opal's coming. To Thanksgiving. Of course she is coming. She is family. She has been such a support to all of us. She helps me with the house, listens when I need to talk. She actually shows up. Drew. The implication was clear. I don't, because I live 3 hours away with a demanding job. Apparently I am the absent one, while my cheating ex-wife plays devoted daughter-in-law. She actually listens, Mom continued. Unlike you, who just argues with everything I say, I lost it. I would rather eat with strangers than sit at a table with people who chose my cheating ex over their own blood. She hung up. That is her signature move. Has been since I was a kid. Cannot handle conflict. Just ends the conversation. I texted my cousin Tucker. Are you serious with this? His response. Don't make it about you, man. Opal's been through a lot too. I called my sister Tammy in Denver. She is the only one in this family with a functioning brain. She was sympathetic, but resigned. Opal's just easy to have around, she explained. She bakes stuff, helps out, doesn't make people feel like they are walking on eggshells. You know how Mom is. She likes people who tell her she is right. You never did that. Opal does it constantly. So that is it. She is pleasant, so she wins. Pretty much. Look, maybe just don't show up. Let them have their weird Thanksgiving. Around 6 p.m., I got a Snapchat from Aunt Lorraine. Table set. Food everywhere. Everyone smiling. And there is Opal, sitting at the center seat, holding my mom's hand. My empty spot at the table wasn't even subtle. They had just removed me. That is when it hit me. I am not family anymore. I am the problem they solved by replacing me. I started keeping a list in my notes app. Every time Opal helped my family with something that used to be my job. Every time they called her instead of me. Every time my mom let Opal handle family-only stuff. I wasn't sure what I would do with the list, but tracking it felt important. Like gathering evidence for a trial I didn't know I would be having. Update 1 after Thanksgiving. I started noticing details I had ignored before. Opal has her own coffee mug at my mom's house. She didn't even drink coffee when we were married. Tucker posted a video of Opal helping Aunt Lorraine set up her smart television. App support Angel with Opal's photo. The family group chat, constant Opal praise. Here is where it gets really bad. My late grandmother left us a family cabin in northern Wisconsin, co-owned by me, my sister Tammy, my mom Faith, and cousin Tucker. I paid 60% of the down payment using money from my dad's life insurance. After the divorce, Tucker took over managing it to reduce my stress. Last week, I checked the cabin's shared email account. Found something that made my blood run cold. Opal's been coordinating all the rental bookings, managing the shared bank account, signing documents as family representative, which she is not. Email to our property manager. Drew's been difficult to work with lately, so coordinate directly with me. Opal Brennan, family representative. I dug deeper. Opal helped my mom set up a new bank account and is now a secondary signer. She helped Tucker organize his finances. She is making herself legally entangled in everything. I called Tucker. Why is Opal managing our cabin? She is just good with spreadsheets. Mom can barely work her phone. She cheated on me. She is not family. That is between you two. We moved on. Maybe you should too, called my mom. Did you make Opal a signer on your bank account? Defensive immediately, she offered to help. My hands hurt. I am your son. I could help. You are always busy. She is actually here. She cheated on me, Mom. That is not my business. You are making this harder than it needs to be. Tammy admitted something that made everything click. There is a group chat without you, family planning. Opal's in it. She sent screenshots, messages about handling Drew's anger, what to tell me versus hide, coordinating events without me. Opal's message, Drew's too angry. Let's just do things without him. Easier this way. They organize themselves around excluding me. I am not family anymore. I am a problem to manage. I gathered documents, cabin deed, ownership papers, bank statements, every illegal email, called a lawyer friend for free consultation. You have legitimate claims, he said. But are you sure you want this fight? They started it. I am just showing up now. Update 2, I demanded a family meeting. Emailed everyone, cabin finances and legal boundaries. Saturday 2 p.m. at Aunt Lorraine's non-negotiable. Tucker tried backing out. Cannot we handle this over email? Number in person. Don't show and I freeze all accounts. Opal texted. First contact in months. Should I be there? You are not family. Don't come. The meeting was tense. Mom, Tucker, Lorraine present, Tammy on video call. I brought a folder, emails, bank statements, cabin deed with ownership percentages highlighted. Who authorized Opal to manage family property? Silence. Tucker. Nobody authorized anything. She was helping. I showed an email. She signed contracts representing co-owners. That is fraud. Lorraine rolled her eyes. Don't be dramatic. I pulled out the deed. I own 40%. Tammy 20, Mom 25, Tucker 15, Opal 0. She told our property manager I am difficult and to work with her instead. Tucker shifted. That email was maybe overstepping. Maybe. Mom started crying. You are always angry. This is why we don't include you. I am angry because my cheating ex is signing documents with my dead father's life insurance money. Don't bring your father into this. His money bought that cabin. Opal has no right to it. Tucker tried explaining. After your divorce, you checked out. We needed help, Opal offered. So you gave her my family property, without asking. I laid out terms. Opal's removed from everything. Immediately, Tucker protested. You cannot. I am majority owner. Fight me and I freeze the cabin. We will sort it in court, Mom gasped. You wouldn't. You chose my cheating ex over your son for 18 months. Yeah, I would. Tammy spoke from the video screen. Drew's right. You all need to hear this. She pulled out her phone, reading messages from the secret chat. Let's do things without him. Drew's too angry. Opal handles things better. You systematically excluded our brother and replaced him. I stayed quiet too long. I am backing Drew now. Lorraine stood. I am not dealing with your tantrum, sit down, or I mail legal notice to your address. She sat, furious. Lorraine finally spoke, truth. Opal's easy, you are difficult. After your dad died, you got hard, critical. She is pleasant. Doesn't make us feel bad. I stared. I was 19 when Dad died. Sorry, I wasn't pleasant enough while holding everything together. You are mad at my attitude when she cheated. I stood. Opal removed by end of week, or I freeze everything. No more secret chats about family property. Anyone has issues, call my lawyer. I didn't have a lawyer, but they didn't know that. Tucker tried blocking me. Don't do this. You already did. Drove to the cabin, changed all locks, called property manager. Remove Opal from contacts. Changes. Require me and Tammy's approval. Only Monday. Removed myself from joint account with Mom. She would have to figure out online banking herself. Final update first week after the meeting. Radio silence from everyone. 4 days of nothing. Then the flood started. Tucker called repeatedly. I ignored every call. My mom texted, we need to talk. I replied, my lawyer has my boundaries. Respect them. Aunt Lorraine sent a long email that I deleted without reading. The property manager confirmed all Opal's access was removed. New system requires both me and Tammy's written approval for any changes. My mom called the bank upset that her online banking wasn't working anymore. Turns out Opal had set everything up, and my removal from the account broke her access. I texted Mom. YouTube has tutorials for online banking. You will figure it out. Then things got interesting. Week 2, Tammy forwarded me an email. Opal had sent it to Tucker, my mom, and Aunt Lorraine. Subject line: I think I need to step back. The email was long and guilt-laden, talking about how she never meant to cause division in the family, was just trying to help, and feels terrible about Drew's pain. Classic manipulation, positioning herself as the reasonable one trying to keep peace, while I am the angry problem. The kicker: maybe it is best if I give you all space to reconcile with Drew. I will always care about this family, but I don't want to be the reason for conflict. Tucker's response, also forwarded: no, you are not the problem here. Drew's just being stubborn and unreasonable. Please don't pull away because of his issues. I laughed when I read that. She is backing away now that things are messy, trying to look noble while doing it. But then came the bomb I didn't see coming. A woman I didn't know sent me a Facebook message. Are you Drew Cassidy, Opal Brennan's ex-husband? She introduced herself as Meredith Cross, Ethan's wife, the affair partner. I need to know if you knew about them, she wrote. I found evidence of an ongoing affair. I am trying to piece together the timeline. We ended up talking on the phone. Turns out, Meredith found hotel receipts, explicit texts, all of it. The affair wasn't just emotional like Opal claimed. It lasted 9 months, not 6. There was overlap with our anniversary trip, holidays, family events, everything. All of Opal's nothing physical really happened was complete lies. Meredith was filing for divorce. She wanted to know if I would be willing to provide testimony if needed. In Minnesota, you can name affair partners in divorce filings, alienation of affection claims. I told her I would help however I could. Gave her the timeline from my side. Told her about Opal's lies to me about the extent of things. Validation. I didn't know I needed. Confirmation that my gut feeling about her lying was correct all along. Week 3, Tucker texted me. Opal's having a really hard time. She lost her job. I didn't respond immediately. Later found out through Tammy that Ethan's divorce filing had become semi-public in their corporate community. Small world in Minneapolis corporate circles. Word spreads fast. HR coordinator having an affair with a married coworker. Bad optics. Really bad optics. When you work in HR specifically, Tucker tried again. Can you at least talk to Mom? She is really worried about Opal, I replied. Mom can worry about her own son for once. I am done being concerned about Opal's problems. Week 4 brought a shift I didn't expect. My mom called me, first real conversation. In over a month, I heard about Opal's situation at work. Which situation? Losing her job or being named in someone else's divorce filing. Silence. Then, quieter. I didn't know it was that extensive. The affair. I mean, you never asked. Mom, you just assumed I was the difficult one who couldn't move on. 18 months too late. But sure. She seemed so genuine when she talked about wanting to stay close to the family. That is what makes good liars good at what they do. They are convincing. Can I go now, Drew? I miss you. I felt something crack in my chest, but I kept my voice steady. Funny timing on that. Hung up. Not meanly, just done with the conversation. Through Tammy's updates over the next week, I learned that Opal had spiraled, moved back to her parents' house in Chicago, the dysfunctional family she had always complained about. Ethan completely ghosted her when his wife filed, blocked her on everything. Lost her friend group because they all sided with Meredith, who was well liked in their community. Cannot find a new job, because the HR industry is small and word traveled fast about the affair scandal. My mom told Tammy that Opal was calling her constantly, crying at all hours. Faith was exhausted from it. I don't know what to do. She calls me crying at midnight. I feel guilty, but I am also just tired. Tammy, bless her, said, "Maybe that is how Drew felt for the last year and a half." Mom replied, "That is not fair, Tammy, isn't it?" Week 5. Opal texted me, "Can we talk? I need closure." I read it, didn't respond for 3 days. Finally replied, "You had closure when you signed the divorce papers. We are done. I am sorry for everything. I know it doesn't change anything, but I am really, genuinely sorry. You are sorry you got caught. You are sorry there are consequences. You are not sorry you did it. If Ethan's wife hadn't found evidence, you would still be playing happy family with my people while I was the bad guy. That is not true. You lied to my family about me for over a year. You managed my family's property and money to make yourself look indispensable. You signed documents you had no right to sign. You weren't sorry during any of that. You are only sorry now because everything fell apart. I was just trying to stay close to people who felt like family. My own family is, by replacing me. That is not how family works." Opal blocked her number. Should have done it months ago. Tucker called me last week. His voice was different, subdued, almost apologetic. "Okay, you were right. About most of it anyway. Most. Opal wasn't who we thought she was. The job thing, the divorce filing naming her, the timeline being longer than she said. Yeah, we messed up. I am not looking for an apology, Tucker. I am looking for boundaries to actually stick this time. They will. Lorraine's still upset with you, but she is not fighting the cabin stuff anymore. Nobody is. And Mom, she is. Processing. Give her time. I had a video call with Tammy this week. First real sibling conversation in what feels like forever. "You know what is wild," she said. "You were the villain in their story for so long. Now they are scrambling because it turns out the villain was someone else the whole time. I am not interested in being anyone's hero either. I just want to be left alone to live my life. That is fair. I am sorry. I stayed neutral for so long. By the way, that wasn't right. You showed up when it mattered. That is what counts. The cabin is peaceful now. Took Bucky up there last weekend for 3 days. No phone signal. Just quiet. Saturday on the dock watching the water. First time in over a year. This is what I had been missing. Peace in a place that used to mean something good. I am not dating, not looking. A few friends tried to set me up with people and I declined. I am good being alone right now. Need to figure out who I am when I am not trying to prove something or fight something. We drafted a formal agreement with help from the estate lawyer who handled my grandmother's will. Cost me $1,200 in legal fees, but worth every penny. Clear ownership percentages documented. Cabin managed jointly by me and Tammy. Family can still use it, but requests go through us. No outside parties, making decisions. Tucker split the legal costs as a peace offering, which I accepted. My relationship with Mom is strained but not completely severed. She calls occasionally, keeps conversations surface level. I don't push, don't pull, just maintain distance. Tucker and I are civil for practical reasons. The kind of relationship where we can coordinate cabin logistics without it being weird. But we are not grabbing beers anytime soon. Aunt Lorraine still icy. I am fine with that. Tammy and I are closer than we have been in years. She is planning to come visit the cabin this summer. First time we will be there together without the whole family circus. As for Opal, last I heard through the family grapevine, she is still at her parents' house in Chicago, working some temp job, not in HR anymore. The stain on her professional reputation is permanent in that industry. Not in contact with my mom anymore. Faith finally set a boundary after too many midnight crying calls. Ethan's divorced, and apparently remarried someone new within 6 months. Opal's in therapy, according to Tammy's sources. That is good. She needs it. But it doesn't change what happened or absolve the past. My first post asked if I feel vindicated now that karma caught up to her. Honestly, not really. Vindication would mean I got something back. I didn't. I just stopped losing. Her life falling apart doesn't fix mine, but it does prove something important. Actions have consequences. She spent 18 months avoiding hers by making me the villain, keeping my family as a buffer between her and reality. The universe had other plans. I am not celebrating her downfall. That would require me to still care what happens to her. I don't. I am just not saving her from consequences anymore. That is not my job. Never was, really.